I'm conscious.
Now what?
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. Hold it. What you talking about, doctor? What's going on?
Well. Look what the wind blew in today. It's Derek Dunlap here with another episode of I'm Conscious, Now What? And I see some familiar faces in the chat. Are you guys happy to be back together? Matter of fact, I'm going to run over to the chat right now. I see a lot of you are very happy to be back together as a collective group. And I love that. I can feel that love. I'm so happy that this is a platform that we can come together and be amongst each other and just share powerful, positive energy. That's what it's all about. I know it's been, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time a couple of times, but it's very, very necessary that we provide you with different frequencies and different energies and just open up the platform. But hey, I feel good to be back with you guys. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot's been going on this week. A lot has been going on this week. As a matter of fact, let me just take a deep breath right here. Let me just take the time to take this breath while I got all of you ladies and gentlemen, all this energy here. I can feel you guys. It's so great to be back. Man, the topic today, fear. How to deal with the fear of the unknown. Much. It sounds so simple, but it's a much needed topic to talk about, especially with the times. When I say times, the energy that we're feeling right now, which is affecting the whole world. I was in meditation 3 sessions yesterday, 45-minute sessions, and even today. I've been meditating a lot. I've been through a lot this week. And I'm going to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, that are here with me. You know me, I'm spontaneous with this energy because, see, I realize the power of energy. I realize the power of visualization, and I know what we got here. So before I jump in to our topic, let me just connect back with our group here. Let me come over to this chat. Let's start off with some love. You know how I like to do it. Can we get the hearts going? I know everybody needs love, and I love love. Can we get the hearts going so I can acknowledge who's in the chat today? So good to be back at our regular time. Who is in the chat? Telly Man. I probably butchered your name. Thank you. Revamp is here. Free Spirit is here. P is here. Tasha is here. Cold World is here. Antonio, I love you. I have on the wrong glasses. I got on my reading glasses. Kevin is here. Wow. Look at all of the hearts from 612. I can't even see. Twisted Sun is here. I love you guys. My veil is here. Oscar is here. Hey yo. It's so good to be back. Let me just catch you guys up with what's going on. And I appreciate the 9 people without me even asking to hit that thumbs up on that button right here. We got such a very, very powerful movement going right here. And I say that because I can just feel the energy I get. You guys have no idea over on Facebook, I have like 75 inboxes that I have to read now. So if you inbox me on Facebook and I haven't got back to you, I will. I'm going to be doing that today. I'm going to be catching up the site over at I'mConsciousNowWhat.com. And I had a chance to play around over on Skype. Those of you who go over to I'mConsciousNowWhat.com, we have ways that you can connect with me on Skype. And I just had, and I really appreciate this. And that's why I'm saying this live. I really appreciate this. I had 7 people ask me, Derek, look, man, I could feel the energy. I love what you're doing. I love the platform. I never miss an episode. How can I contribute? How can I contribute more than a t-shirt? I got a t-shirt. I got a mug. You know what I'm saying? I got a pillow. But really, I'm with you, man. I just want to know, how can I do more? And so what I've done, ladies and gentlemen, if you look in the description box, and this is only for those of you who feel led. This isn't like church. I'm not passing around a basket. You know who you are. You know if you get energy from this show. You know if this show is on your mind, if you feel led to do so. What I've done in the description box, I set up a Patreon page where for as little as $1, you can help support this show, because there's a lot of things that I want to do with this show. I was talking to my brother from another mother, Ryan Cropper, a couple of weeks ago. We've been both so busy, we're together in spirit. Actually, I think I bumped into Ryan in the Astro Rams a couple of days ago, and he's been busy with his new place, got a lot of construction going on there. He's finishing that book. So those of you who are wondering where the Cropper is, he's tearing it up, mad busy. Just the work this guy puts in, you know what I'm saying, is just unbelievable. To move in, he's doing all of the construction work on his place, the painting, the drywall. It's a lot of work. So, and he's preparing that for you guys, because I don't want to be a spoiler, but he's got some big plan. So Crop, we sing you your love. But I set up a Patreon page for those of you who want to help support this movement, because this is a movement. We're just getting moving right now. And a lot of energy is coming through, a lot of energy. A lot of people have their eyes on this little platform, agenda wise, and loving what we do over on Patreon. Now, I want you guys to know the direction where I want to take the platform. I told you guys in the beginning that it is so necessary, especially when we play with energy, the way we play with energy. I got that from my good friend Bubba. We playing with energy, whether you know it or not. We're playing with energy, and we're going to play with our energy today, because I need you guys' energy. But we have to own our own platform. And in 2016, it's so easy to do when you come together collectively. We need our own platform, okay, where we can broadcast live. We need our own application for mobile devices, so you guys can get notifications, so you could be notified when we go live, so we can have special events. We were talking about having astro projection events where we all come together, meditation Mondays. We got a lot that we want to do, but we have to do this collectively. So that's why I set up the Patreon page. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It's new, where for as little as $1 a month, all the way up to you big time, powerful, positive people out there. I just wanted to make it small and as wide as we can to get it going. And we also, as I told you before, we are going to build our own social media platform. And it's going to take a little bread. All right. It's going to take a little bread, but we'll get there. No rush. We can slow walk it down. Or for those of you who want to take me by the hand and do it as fast as possible, I've set up something. So those of you who've been asking me, dude, how can I help? It's set up right now. Okay. Now, let me talk about my week and how this topic goes right into my week. Now, when some of you look at the topic, how to deal with the fear of the unknown, you think of instantly, because I can feel it. Out of body experiences, right? Entities, aliens. I don't know where I'm going after death. The spooky shit. You know what I mean? You instantly just gravitate to things that you're not sure of. But I'm going to share, I always like to start out with me. I don't have to look far. I don't have to judge anyone else. I can just start off with me and tell you how I've been dealing with the fear of the unknown on my journey. You see, everybody that I have come in contact with on this journey deals with fear. No matter what we say, no matter how much the ego gets in there, we all deal with fear. We just deal with fear on different levels. Some things you fear, I don't fear. And when I say fear, it doesn't necessarily have to be the, oh shit, goddamn, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be that type of fear. Fear is a energy that comes through your body, and it could be you just the way you perceive something. You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to be that startling, crying out, screaming horror type of fear. So my week started off. Now, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, know I have 6 beasts, American Bulldogs. They're like my children that I take care of. And I didn't realize how much I really, really love those animals. I can say it. You guys, some of you can feel it. I spend a lot of time with them. They're like me and my wife's children. And here in Michigan, we went through a horrible. I know some of you out there have pets and animals. The ticks and the fleas. Oh my God. I mean, I got flea bites all over my legs, my arms, my hands. Just the ticks and fleas were just crazy this season. And so my wife went out and she purchased this flea spray. It just said kills flea eggs, tick eggs, bed bugs, you name it, it's killing it, right? I'm sorry, ticks and fleas, and we just, I'm sorry. And so I would put on these latex gloves and I would spray this spray on my hands and just, rub it into my animals' coats. Did it for a couple days, And sure enough, the fleas, it did the scratching, it went down. But one of my animals, his name is Eli. He is just always been real sensitive. He's one of the sensitive dogs. And what happened was, ladies and gentlemen, when I rubbed this chemical that kills fleas into his body, he had a reaction to this chemical. I mean, his whole neck just swole up. His glands were like the size of a golf ball, and all of this was red. It looked like, dude, that fucking fear of the unknown kicked in. See, this is what I'm saying, and this is why I'm touching this topic, right? And first thing I did, was, I just put my hands on him and I utilize what I have, which is energy. My energy is balance. Pretty good balance. That threw me out of balance for a minute, but I was able to ground. And for 3 days, of course, I've washed, because it was just, have you guys ever seen a burn on an animal, a chemical burn? It pus. Some of you have been burnt before. I've never been burned before, but it pus. And then you got the hair, and then you got the swelling, and then you got the smell. It was, I'm telling you. Now, some of you would say, oh, why didn't you rush him to the vet? The first thing you, and I understand that. But on my journey, I have accepted, and don't think I didn't think about it. I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't think about rushing him to the vet, because I did. I'm not going to tell that lie. But here's the thing. I'm believing and I'm convinced that everything that I need, I have inside of me. This is not just a hobby that I'm doing, and a lot of you feel the same way. I believe that I am a healer. I am a healer. Certain type of energy that I have, and as you guys on the prior show, and the lyric says anyone can heal. So here was the time in the midst of the storm. It don't matter how gross it looks. If you're a healer, then put your hands on that animal, that beast, and let that energy flow. Let that love flow into that body. So what I would say an incredible time to test out let me see what you got, Derek. So what I did was I laid my hands on this animal with tears coming down my eyes because I felt so bad that I had put this chemical on him. And immediately I could feel his energy and he was trembling, shaking. And by far, I know some of you have laid your hands on humans and much further than I am with this, but this was amazing. I put my hands on him and I just let my energy start to flow inside of him, that warm energy of love. And I told him with my telepathy that I love him and that I was sorry and that I was going to heal him. And it's kind of, I won't say weird, but communicating with animals is different. How can I put this in words? How they respond to your energy and how they communicate, because it's not like a verbal, oh, daddy, I know you. No, it's not like that. You just feed what they're thinking and it comes to you. And he just basically said, I trust you. I know you're sorry. I know you didn't mean it. I trust you. And I asked, can I heal you? Can I assist you? And he said, yes, you can assist me. And I know this sounds crazy to some of you out there, but this is real shit, I'm telling you. So for 3 days, I visualized Eli is his name. I visualized Eli without this burn. I visualized Eli in the most happiest state that I would ever see him in. And that's the state when it's time for him to jump in the truck with me and go for a ride. I saw him that way, not the way that he was looking. And I just let that energy flow into him. And I just visualized him without the burn, without the chemical burn. And I just allow my energy to go into him, my healing energy, claiming that energy. Scared than a motherfucker, excuse my language. Ooh, yes, fear of the unknown. Because I didn't know if I could do it or not. I'm just being honest. I didn't know if I could do it or not. And the first day, no drastic changes. The second day, ladies and gentlemen, a little minute change. But on the third day, with just energy, warm water, cleaning the wounds, and visualization, his glands had just almost back to normal. The burn was no longer leaking pus, and he's recovering. So what I want to do while I have you, ladies and gentlemen, here is I'm going to ask you for your assistance, for your healing energy. And I am going to show you Eli. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you Eli in a state without that burn, that chemical burn, because we're going to make him whole together. I need your energy. I'm reaching out my hand to you guys for assistance. And I'm going to show you Eli. Share my screen right now. I really appreciate you guys. There's Eli. And I'm just going to ask you right now, those of you who know how to visualize. Even if you don't know how to visualize, I'm going to ask you to look at this photo here and see Eli whole. See him whole. There's no burn in this image. And I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and send Eli, this beast, this conscious beast, love, and visualize him the way you see him in this picture right now, whole, without any burns, without any distress. And speak this into existence with me that Eli, you are whole. You are healed. I see you healed. I see you free from any chemical burns. I see you whole. I see you happy. You are healed. And just send that love, send that energy. Thank you. Thank you. I see somebody, or I feel somebody joining with my energy, sending this love. Thank you. There's another. Thank you so much. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. See him whole, as on the image. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the fear of the unknown, I didn't know if that dog was going to die or not. You see, the fear of the unknown does not have to be what a lot of us expect it to be. Something so drastic, something so big as, what we talk about in the conscious community a lot. That was Eli. It's just the start of it, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm so glad I can jump on this platform, and I'm going to open the phone. It's our platform today. I'm going to open up the phone lines, and I'm going to ask for some of you to share some of your trials and tribulations dealing with fear, the fear of the unknown. And those of you who knew and came out of this fear, I'm going to ask for you to share too, as I'm going to share how I came out of this, the fear of the unknown. My wife, vegan, the healthiest queen on earth to me. 2 days after Eli caught the chemical burn, her energy was interrupted. And she was puking down on the floor, doing what you call it, number 1 and number 2 at the same time, just dropped. Yeah, I can smile now, but at the time, that energy came in like a storm, boom. And once again, can I use the word tested? I don't know if that's a good word, but once again, no hospital, no doctors, no medicine. Derek, what you got on the inside of you? Conscious, brother. You conscious. Now what? I had to put my hands on my wife. And I done something that I had to receive. I had to receive this download from my higher self. Because as I sit here on this microphone and share this with you guys, I don't even know how I did this, but I did it. I helped her off of the floor. I cleaned up everything. I put her in the bed. She was sweating. I was trying to think of what did she eat? Didn't eat nothing out of the ordinary. Vegetables, fruits. And I watched her, and I just watched her, and that fear of the unknown kicked in. It's our show topic today. Fear of the unknown. We start off with me, then I'll allow some of you to jump in on this. Kicked in again. So I got a dog in the downstairs. burnt all up, can hardly breathe. And I got my wife in bed, fever, sweating, don't know what hit her. And I remember just turning within and asking my higher self, what should I do? And that's exactly how it went as I pull that up. And I remember helping my wife out of the bed. I said, stand up, stand up. And she stood up. And I told her, I said, look me right in my eye. Look me right into my eye. And she looked me right into my eye. And I asked her, I said, do you trust me? And she just kept saying, honey, I don't feel good. I don't know. It was on her, ladies and gentlemen. I don't feel good. I said, do you trust me? And she said, yes. And I asked her, I said, can I heal you? And she said, yes. And then she really started looking, because I guess she saw something in my eyes in the heat of this energy that she never saw before. And what I did, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. I said, open your mouth. And she opened her mouth. And I placed my mouth, my lips, right on her lips. Almost like when you do mouth to mouth resuscitation, but much different. And I visualized my whole self in perfect health, vibrating high. I went right up to my crown chakra and I lit those beams. The beam going from the west to the east, the beam going from the north to the south, and the beams coming up out of my crown. And it was a big, big spark of energy. And I remember taking a deep, deep breath. And I said, honey, trust me. And I hugged her so tight. She could feel my love. And I said, I'm going to give you some of my life force healing energy. And I want you to breathe this energy in and hold it for as long as you can hold it. And when you feel this energy hit your body, I want you to imagine yourself whole. Do you hear me? She jumped. She said, yes. And I took a deep breath. And my intent, I sent that energy into her mouth. And she inhaled it. And she held that energy. And she started to shake. And the tears started coming down her eyes. And it was too strong. And she coughed and blew it out. And I said, hold it as long as you can, honey. We're going to do it again. And I did 7 repetitions of that breath of life, that life force energy that we all have. And you guys know I'm no fucking guru. We all have it. And I blew that breath into her body 7 times and laid her back on the bed and told her, just keep your eyes closed and visualize yourself being whole. Next morning, I smelled the aroma of fresh vegetables and brown rice. She was back in the kitchen, ladies and gentlemen, the next day cooking breakfast. And I asked her, how do you feel? She said, great. Did the fear of the unknown hit me? Yes, it did. I'm going to be honest. Absolutely. Absolutely. But do we have everything that we need on the inside of us to overcome fear and the levels of fear? You see, the fear that we deal with on a daily basis is the fear that directs our path. consciously or unconsciously. And a lot of us don't even recognize these fears. I'm just going to run off a few, and then I'm going to open up these phone lines and let some of you chime in on this. My week has been great. Great. Best week of my life. Why? Because the universe is teaching me I am. I fucking am. I am. It's just energy. It's just realigning energy with thought and desire and will and love. It's just facing fear head on. The biggest fears of my life is losing my wife or one of those animals, or you guys know. Let's run off some of these fears of the unknown. Some of you fear losing your job. What would I do if I lost my job? Fear of the unknown. What would I do? What would you do? What would you do if you lost your job? The energy is coming in. And see, I talked about this. If you guys really, 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 really pop that third eye open and listen to the information that we've been sharing. It ain't nothing to fear, but unconsciously, no matter what you say, no matter what I say, no matter how high we lift each other up, all of us deal with fear on different levels. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's just different levels of fear. You might not fear some of the things that I fear, and I might not fear some of the things that you fear, but fear, the fear of the unknown, is prevalent, especially in 3D. We just had something that went on in the United States that's going to affect the entire world. And guess what they're leading with? The fear of the unknown. Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America. And they leading with the fear of the unknown. We got people in the States right now. We have casualties. We have people over here that are so scared that they're picketing and rioting and fighting from fear. Fear of change. We say we want change. We all say that. I'm tired of this shit. I won't change. Well, that's a change. It might not be the change that I expected. You understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Because I don't play that game. I don't play that game. I'm out of that game. I don't play the politician game. Their power, my power, and what on my journey, what I'm learning, I'm in control. I'm in control. It's my game. Either I'm gonna knock one out the park, or I'm gonna lay dormant and let other people pimp me for my energy like they've been doing for 40 years. I'm in control. And I'm not saying this from being cocky, but this is what this I'm Conscious Now What movement is all about. So what I want you to do is right now is think of some of your fears of the unknown, and let's talk about it on this platform. That's how you get over it. Let's talk about it. It could be so small and it could be so big to you. What would you do if you lost your job today? What would you do? Some of you are going through hard times in your relationships. You're starting to realize that fucking piece of paper that they call marriage, that legal binding agreement, that monetary agreement. If y'all break up, you get half or whatever, prenuptial, all of this bullshit, excuse me, children, that's going on now. You realize that now that marriage is not even like marriage used to be at one particular time. It's just a binding agreement right now. What would you do if you lost that person that you loved in that marriage? Fear the unknown. Sit in that energy. What would you do? Would you fold? Would you have a nervous breakdown? Would you end up in a hospital, the psych ward? Would you start taking medication to balancing your thoughts? This shit is happening every day. That's why we have to talk about this today. We have to. Loved ones. People you care about. People who are not as conscious as you are. Do you find yourself at times jumping on their timeline and visualizing and seeing a timeline that you don't desire them to be on? And that fear of the unknown kicks in. Wonder if my brother died, or wonder if I lost my mother. If Lil Ray keeps smoking crack, he's gonna die. And that fear kicks in. Fear of the unknown. Today's topic. It's real. And we need to discuss it. Right now, I'm going to open up the phone lines, 734-230-2744. What's some of your unknown fears? Fear of the unknown. And then I'm going to tell you how from my perspective, right? Because there's no one way to deal with it. And I know a lot of people say, all you got to do is there's no one way to deal with it. We all have to deal with these fears to the best of where we are consciously. I'll tell you the easiest way for me to get through this week. The easiest way for me to get to this week is to put into practice what I do unconsciously every single day, is to center, to start from a place of center and just let go. Let go of what if. Just let go. Just go back to that place where everything is possible. This is why we tell you meditation is so important. This is why we tell you that centering is so important, to just sit and be still. Because twice this week I had to center on a drop of a dime and just become I am. So how do you deal with fear? Let go. And this might sound contradicting to some, because in the same sentence, I'll say we create our realities by our thoughts, and we are in control of our thoughts, right? But now, Derek, you're saying just let go. Just let go. Let go. And learn how to become transparent to that energy. You see, because once that fear energy hits us, it's almost like shit. It's almost like a taser. You know, a lot of you say, Derek, I've never been tased, but a taser, it just hits you. You got to learn how to just be calm, cool, and collective in the midst of fear, and let go. And center. Always start centered. I think for me on this journey, I became accustomed to starting way on the fucking bottom emotionally and trying to work my way all the way back up to deal with things. Super simple solutions. center in the midst of your fears of the unknown and let go. Become I am. And face them. Speak, visualize. Visualize how you want this, what's the word I want to use? How you want this event, how you want to view or visualize this event or thought or circumstance. Visualize how you want it to be and send love. Claim it, send love. Who cares? I know my wife thought I lost my fucking mind. Who cares? It's either that or that long drive to the hospital, turning my wife over to the powers that be. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's anything wrong with hospitals. But I know, and you know, in 2016, we don't know what the fuck is in them vaccinations. We don't know all of the drugs and medications that they're subscribing. We don't know. And I wasn't willing to take that chance. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to run over to the phones right now. Let me get this.
How you be?
Bubba, what's going on, man?
Fear of the unknown in your world.
Man. Talk to me, Bubba. Talk to us.
Now, fear of the unknown. Well, I got one question for that. What is known? Everything you live in is from a place of indoctrination. When you was born, you had no fear. And when you was a little kid, you didn't have no fear. But somewhere between being a little toddler trying to walk and right now, you learn fear. False evidence appearing real. I ain't never felt no fear, dude. Don't get me wrong there. Because, yeah, I've been in some places that scared a grown man make him piss his pants. Been there, done that. How do you step out of it? That's the key. Breathe. Just like you said, find your center. But if you can't breathe, if you're holding your breath, the center ain't nowhere near. Yeah, we all have fear. I have fear too. And I've been doing this 30-odd years, dude. But the fear that I feel is not even mine most times. So you got to ask yourself, is this mine even?
Great point. Great point.
Yeah, we're all great healers, but you got to understand this. You got to understand you're a healer first. But your fear won't let you understand that because you don't understand what you're seeing is not real. Nothing is. But in the same breath, it is. If you sit there and you close your eyes, like you're saying, close your eyes and visualize. You went inside you and you saw that dog healthy. And in 72 hours, it actualized.
Yes, sir.
But you didn't do that from fear. You did that from not knowing you could, but trying or attempting or doing something other than sitting there in fear or giving your power away. You didn't run to the doctor. You didn't, on either case, your wife or your puppy. You knew something inside you could help. Now, when you know that, there's no place for fear. That knowing fills you up and pushes fear aside. So it's about finding that place of knowing instead of the place of fear, in my eyes.
It's good shit. That's good shit, man.
Well, I'm just saying, man, from my perspective and all the shit that I've been through, pardon my French, when I sit down and close my eyes and breathe, it didn't exist. It didn't. But when I opened my eyes, it was still there, but the energy of it was different. That's what you did. You didn't step out of fear. When you closed your eyes and centered, it didn't exist. You changed paradigms. See how easy that is?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not that you put it that way. When you look at it from that perspective, not in the middle of that storm, but now that you put it that way, yes, I understand exactly what went on. And that's why it's so important for us to stay connected in energy and stay connected as oneness. And that's where I got to see, ladies and gentlemen, let me get this out real fast.
My phone signal, and you're coming in garbled, so let somebody else talk, brother.
Okay, Bubba. Okay, I love you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't scroll YouTube or Google and look for a topic and say, oh shit, today's show topic is going to be on this. I don't do that. I take the energy that's surrounding me, the energy that I'm pulling, the energy, whatever I'm dealing with, I know, because we're all oneness. You might not be on the same timeline that I'm on in the midst of these encounters with energy, but we all, at some point on our journey, we deal with the same types of energy. Something so small as fear of the unknown. We're going to keep the calls coming in. Thank Brother Bubba for coming in. Getting on that call. See if we can get this caller in. Hello, is this Brother Marcus?
Yep.
You are live on I'm Conscious Now. What's going on, Mark?
Nothing much. I hope your dog gets well. Send all that healing energy to your dog. He'll recover.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The dog is well.
Yeah.
You ladies and gentlemen, were just the icing on the cake. The dog is progressing daily now. I wish I could show you guys him on the camera, but he probably knocked my microphone down. It's all clearing up. But I just wanted to put that icing on the cake because I know how powerful, and I know what we have here, Mark. We got something very, very special. You ladies and gentlemen showing up, calling in and visualizing and just taking in this energy. We got something very, very special right now. So let me just start off by saying I love you, brother, and thank you for calling in. You got the platform, man. What's up?
I love you too, Derek. Keep it strong, man. Keep it strong. I wanted to share one of my experiences when I was like 6 or so. I was laying in bed, and for some reason, I really, really had the question why rolling around in my mind. So while I was trying to put my finger on it, why started building up over everything. Like, why am I in this bed? Why am I a part of this family? Why, anything you can think of. Those were all the whys I had. The ones I didn't talk about were the ones I was thinking about. We built till all of a sudden, from all the multicolored whys in my mind, it was like I started getting tunnel vision. like I was about to pass out, fall unconscious. It was the weirdest experience, and it has spooked me since.
Mm. Is that it? You just had me going, man. You had me.
That's it. That was it. I hit tunnel vision. I rolled over, and I was like, nope, not ever again. But I've been trying to do it again to see what was going on. So one day I'm going to get back there to why I was asking why so much when I was a kid. You know?
Yeah.
Because it was about family and everything. It really just engulfed everyone that I was thinking about. So
Yeah.
got to get there again. I'm ready. I'm ready to face that tunnel, ready to fall unconscious. I don't know where I would go. Don't know when I'll go, but I'm going there.
That's that just let go and surrender. That's what you're saying. Forget about why,
Yep.
forget about just let go and surrender. Okay, Mark, thanks for calling in, man. I love you, okay?
I love you too, Derek. Stay strong.
All right, brother.
Bye.
The phone number, if you want to join this discussion, you can share some of the uncertainties that you're going through. We're just going to open up the platform today. It's good to be back at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's our platform. Utilize this platform. Share whatever you want to share. I kind of want you to stay on topic, because if you share something that you're going through, 9 times out of 10, there's somebody that's going to see this video, and say, damn, I was going through that same thing. So let's get some more callers coming in. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. You guys come through so fast. Let's see.
You have reached the...
All right, 479. I hit you back. Did not get you. I don't even know how this one came through.
Your account is not authorized to make calls.
Yeah, that was from the UK. I can't call you back from the UK, brother. But anyway, the phone lines are open. I'm monitoring the phones now. 734-230-2744. Overcoming fear of the unknown. And that's I'm just gonna touch back on what Brother Bubba said. He gave us some meat and potatoes. This fear of what? And when he said that, I just remember myself just tuning in. What are you scared of? Does it really exist, or is it all here? Mentalism. Does anything here really exist? Hello, you are live on I'm Conscious Now What? I hope. Do I have you here?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very, very slightly.
Well,
very quietly.
We can hear you loud and clear. You're live on I'm Conscious Now What with Derek and the platform. What's your name and where you calling from?
Oh, I'm Paula and I'm calling from England.
From England. I just tried to call you back with my regular phone line, and my phone was you ain't calling no England.
Yeah, no, I noticed. Yeah, so I've been trying to get through a few times. So shall I just jump right in with my experience?
Absolutely. You have the platform.
Okay. Well, what I wanted to share was that my beautiful brother and sister are, were labeled with schizophrenia. They're both on antipsychotic medication, and I grew up in a family with a lot of mental illness, and my mother has been mentally ill my whole life too. And anyway, I'm a therapist, which is no surprise considering the level of mental illness I grew up with. And what I wanted to share was that hello?
You're loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah. So what I wanted to share was that I get scared that people will think I'm insane because I am deeply spiritual and I believe in this astral projection. I have had experience of astral projection. I'm a healer. I have had some amazing experiences with healing. But where I am right now is I'm aware that I dabble and I keep it separate from my work because I've had this fear of insanity my whole life.
Okay, I'm with you.
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Very slightly.
Okay, well, do your best to hear me because we hear you loud and clear. Maybe it's the connection from the UK, but I can hear you loud and clear.
I think it's my phone. Can I hang up and listen to your response on the live stream?
You can, and you're dealing with, so I'm trying to, your question is, how can you overcome the fear of?
Well, I just wanted to kind of resonate with anybody who may have had the experience where they're not fully owning who they are because of fear.
Okay, you broke up a little bit, so I'm gonna do my best. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you a little better now. Yes, it's grainy, but I can just about hear your voice.
Okay, let's push through it, my sister. So your question was, could you repeat it now that you can hear me a little better?
Yeah, I just wanted to. I suppose the question is it's about tips on overcoming fear of owning who you are and owning your potential.
Okay, I'll elaborate on that, and I'll let you jump back on the live stream so you can hear it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. Did I tell you something? Well, you hear this on the live stream. I love you. I love you just the way you are. Now, this young, beautiful lady from over in England, she knows exactly what she has. As you listen to her say that she's very intuitive, she's astral projected before, she's even dealt and played with the energy that we're talking about right now. But what's happening and what I feel with her is she's on two timelines. Okay, she's accepted one timeline where she's comfortable utilizing her energies, her healings, her gifts. She's comfortable with I amness. She's very comfortable. But when she jumps on this timeline, right, she's uncertain of how others will perceive her. We talked about this before on the show. And what I call this is, how do you balance? How do you stay balanced in 3D so others won't perceive you as crazy? That's a great question. Now, if we just go back just a little bit when I put my lips up to my wife's mouth and I gave her specific instructions on what I was going to do. If you could see the eyes of my wife at that time, she was looking at me like I lost my fucking mind. But I didn't care. And I know that's easier said than done, young lady. I didn't care at that point. You're going to reach a point in this journey where all manifesting this energy simultaneously to infinity, but there will be that moment that you will not care anymore. You'll be tired of being tired. What's crazy? You know what crazy is? Let me help you. You know what crazy is? Crazy is standing in line for fucking 2 hours, voting, putting all my power in the hands of someone else to dictate my and our fucking future. That's fucking crazy to me. Depending on an outer source to dictate and guide and coerce and tell me what I'm supposed to be doing on this journey, subconsciously stealing my free will with my will at my approval. See, we still have free will in this incarnation. We still have free will, right? But we're coerced out of it. We've been programmed to depend on the approval. That's the fucking word. Approval of other people to dictate our path. Do you think this is good, what I'm doing? Do you think that's a good idea? You understand what I'm saying, young lady? So everybody's different. All energies are different. We all take in different energies different. So from my perspective and on my journey, and my family always told me this, Derek, you're very sensitive. I've always been sensitive. That's why I'm so sensitive to energy. You see how that? I'm sensitive to energy. I can feel. And your uncertainty is, what would they think? Let me give you the easiest solution for that. Okay? Oh, I had to learn this the hard way too. The only reality and mind that you can control is your own. And I want you to think about that. How good of a job are you doing right now controlling your own thoughts and perspectives and fears? Roller coaster, right? It's a journey, right? It's an adventure, right? So why the fuck you care what somebody else think in their own head if we're having this hard time just controlling our own? Who cares what somebody else think? We have no control over what someone else thinks about us. Let them hold that energy, especially if it's heavy, especially if it's negative. Don't even attach to it. And I know this is easier said than done, but look at it this way. Can you control all of your thoughts? Can you control all of your emotions, right? Are you transparent to all energies right now? No, we're all on a journey. So don't worry about that head over there. Don't worry about that one over there. Worry about you. And I'm not saying this from a selfish perspective, but worry about yourself and follow your joy. There it is. I knew I would pull it up. Young lady, just follow your joy. Follow your joy. Center as you will and follow your joy. Everything else will fall away. Everything else will be alleviated when you follow your joy. It won't matter what somebody else is thinking because you're going to be centered on your joy. I hope that helped. The phone lines. Let's see. Where are we? Phone line 734-230-2744. Great topic today. How to deal with the fear of the unknown. I'm going to open up the platform again right now. If anyone wants to jump in, chime in. I'm back over here on the chat. I haven't been on the chat with you guys in so long. Who's in the chat? Let me see what y'all talking about. Thank you, Jay, for sharing that number. Animals. Hopefully, I'm so tempted just to leave right now and go meditate. Do as you feel. Do as you feel. Children. Hey, Derek. Hey, yeah, I'm looking at you guys in this chat. I'd rather throw money off the roof and see what happens in the streets. What about Skype? Skype is open. Call me on Skype. That's why you guys been adding me on Skype. I can get you on Skype.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press...
You are live on I'm Conscious Now What with Derek. Could you say your name and where you're calling from, caller?
Yeah. My name is Michael Hanna, and I'm from Arkansas. And I first want to thank you for opening up this platform and allowing us to communicate and teach each other.
Thank you for calling in. You got, I can kind of make out what you're saying. It sounds like you got a little bad connection, but we'll deal with it as long as we can. If it gets too bad, I'll have you call back in. But the platform is open to you now, my brother. What would you like to share with us today?
Yeah. I would like to share something that could possibly help out some other people as well. Lately, I've been dealing with dreams and trying to figure out how I can implement those into helping myself develop mentally, spiritually, whichever way you want to see it. And a while ago, I was trying to, again, deal with this idea of the fear of the unknown. And so at that time, I was scared of, well, just dark holes, because, well, a dark hole, going into it, you don't know what's in front of you. And so in a dream, I challenged myself to, well, experience this. And I was underwater, and I was just swimming around, and at the bottom, there was like holes stand. And just at that point in the dream, there was just this weird feeling of just a sense of responsibility towards this certain action. And I just kind of like was forced into the hole. Some may pick that up a different way, but I know what it means. Anyway. And so basically, being forced through this hole constantly, I just thoughts of like constant thoughts of like, okay, well, what's currently happening right now? Like, how am I feeling about this? And in dream time, it would be about maybe like 3 minutes before I actually put my dream hand from that. I woke up from that, wrote it down, and from that point on, I've been working on that idea of using dreams to overcome fears. And first of all, it's very effective so far in how I've been using it. And I encourage others to try to find ways to use dreams to help with fears.
That's great. That is a great point. And we thank you for calling in, okay? Great point.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. See how powerful those phones are? Dreams or parallel timelines. Perfect place to face your fears. Why? You don't know yet? You ain't heard yet? You can't die in dreams. Perfect place. Great call. Thank you so much, young man, for calling in. Your dreams is the perfect place to face certain fears, and you can pull them up, especially in lucid dreams, when you can sit in that energy and speak to these fears. Great. That's good shit there. Good shit. Let's get some more callers in. Appreciate you guys utilizing this platform.
Hello.
202. This is Derek Dunlap. I'm Conscious Now What? You're live. Say your name and where you're calling from. Can you hear me? 202-610. You're
Yes.
You're live on Unconscious Now What?
All right. This is Gary Coles from DC. DC, my brother.
Gary Green, my brother from DC. You got the platform. What's going on, brother? I've been waiting on you and your great energy.
For sure. I appreciate what you said earlier because we are in control of our universe. And anything that we think about and anything that we do, we are in control of it. So I definitely appreciate that point. I just wanted to call in and support you. I definitely enjoyed this podcast. Peace, my brother.
Peace and love, Gary. Thanks for calling in. Peace and love. Let's get some of these regulars back on. So many people calling in at once. Going over to Skype.
Hello.
Yes, you're live on I'm Conscious Now What? We got a regular here. Gina.
Hi, it's Jenny again, aka Kitsugori. I have one experience is too heavy. I don't want to talk here, but one is the most recent one, and it was about let's call her a witch. She had some insight. She taught me off. I was on my way to a yoga school in my yoga town, and she caught me off. Told me how beautiful aura I had, and that I was chosen to help my family to overcome some blockades, negative energy. And I was bamboozled to giving him the money I and my family had in the house I'm living currently in. I'm alone here, but I'm like guarding the house and enjoying a rent-free living. And she was saying that she wanted to cleanse the money from energy, negative energy. And I didn't feel any negative intention, but I had this survival instinct in me. I shouldn't do it, and I was thinking I shouldn't let myself guide with fear, but with love. And so I ignored this survival instinct and instead gave her the money. And the next days after that were horrible. She sometimes called in to guide me. She gave me a plant. She was saying that she's a healer, a plant-based healer. She gave me a plant, so so it should help me cleanse the blockades of my lower chakras.
Hey, Jenna, can you hear me? Jenna, can you hear? Okay, you have a horrible connection. I tried to sit through it. It's going in and out. Can you hear me?
Oh man.
Okay, but let me ask you a question.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, let me ask you a question because I could make out some of what you were saying. Skype is just horrible. It's probably not even your phone. It's just Skype, man. Skype is just horrible connection. Who is the lady that you're talking about? Because I couldn't make out that part. You said she allowed me. Who is the young lady that you're talking about? Is this in your conscious mind? Is this a physical person? You kind of lost
Yes,
me.
it's a physical person. I was on my way to a yoga school, and she just talked to me. She introduced herself as a plant-based healer.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I trusted her the money, but in the end, I didn't get it. it was a horrible week. I was in the unknown. I wasn't sure if coming back, and if not, it was not only my money. That was the problem. It was the big chunk of the money was from my parents, from my family. So really worried, and it was already out of my responsibility, and that threw me off my way. It was really a great challenge, and after the experience,
Jenna, I'm so sorry, so sorry, but just couldn't make out what you were saying, my friend. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It just wasn't clear. It was a bad Skype connection over in your neck of the woods, and I just couldn't suffer through it anymore. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, let's try Skype one more time. One more time. Maybe it's just Skype. We'll see here.
you want to try again?
Just one more time, because I feel bad just disconnecting the call. This is a little better connection. Now just give us the short version, okay? Because we got to move on.
Okay.
Short version. If the connection is bad,
I lost the money. I lost the money, and but I wasn't sure if I could get the money back. And this uncertainty, it weighted me down so much, and it threw me off my spiritual way. It was a heavy burden, but thanks through this experience, it helped me. It was a shock, but it kind of opened my mind, and through this experience, I met a different healer, and she is a wonderful woman, and I think she will provide me with great guidance.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, my friend. I'm glad you got something.
No problem.
I'm glad you changed a negative to a positive. Happy for you, okay? Thanks for calling, okay? We love you. You call every week. I love you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for being in this, sharing this energy on this platform. We got to do something with your Skype connection, though. Okay? Peace and love.
Bye.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open up the calls. Leave this phone line open, 734-230-2744. We're talking about today's topic. It's kind of like an open mic. I love open mics. I just like not knowing what to expect, what's coming through the platform. I you know, we've been so controlled. I like being free. I'm very spontaneous, you know. I never know what type of call is going to come through. I never know, you know what I mean? So I'm going to leave these phones open. If you feel the urge to call in and share, do so. Let me see. Is there anything that I want to touch on? Because we're winding down on this broadcast. Fear of the unknown. I was talking about before the calls start coming in. The United States and this new president. It's headlines everywhere. So I might as well just get it out now. Why not get it out on this platform? And of course somebody would call in. Don't you love it? Hey, David, what's going on?
Not much. The usual. What about you?
Oh, Dave, I learned. I'm just going with the flow, man. I'm enjoying you guys' energy. I had a very powerful week. I got to use some energy this week. So I'm on cloud 9, just sitting in the energy with everybody today. How about you?
I'm doing fine. I just got back from a concert for orchestra and stuff. But anyway, I have a question. So in the topic of fear of the unknown, sometimes I myself am fearful of not really sure what to do sometimes. Because I feel as though if I go one path, I might shut off the other. But I know if I don't do anything, then nothing will happen. So how do I get over the fear of being afraid that something bad might happen when instead something good might happen?
I mean, you just answered your own question. Bubba called in. Let's go back to the call when Bubba called in. What is the fear? You just said the answer. How do I get over being afraid that something might happen, but then something good might happen? It's in your mind. Okay. It's just direct those thoughts to the positive. Something good is going to happen. State your intent. When you're sitting in this energy, right? You have control, right? These thoughts, you should be to the point now, just from listening to this show, that you're conscious of your thoughts. So when these thoughts don't have power unless you act on them. You understand what I'm saying? The thoughts can sit in your mind all day, but if you don't give them awareness, if you don't attach emotion to those thoughts, they're just thoughts. They're just passing through. It's just like traffic on the road, just passing by. So when you get this negative feeling of this thought, change it to nothing negative is going to happen. Something positive is going to happen. I'm going down this road and I accept and I expect positive vibrations, positive outcomes. And breathe. Conscious breathing is another thing that is just, it takes you to such higher levels. Conscious breathing. Breathe when you're stating your purpose. You can do this verbally, which I don't use a lot of verbal commands now. I do more mentally. I'm learning how to state my intent mentally instead of verbally, because for some reason, just for myself, when I start speaking in meditations, it kind of throws me out a little bit. So I just use my mind, thought, and it's making my realities so much more vivid in the astral realms and parallel universes, just learning how to use this telepathy.
Okay.
So state that purpose. When that thought, see, you just said it, and it's so cool. I know you caught it now. You asked your own self, how do I, when it could be this or could it be that? Choose which one you want it to be, my brother Dave. Just choose. Okay. It's that easy. Choose which one you want. You see what I'm saying? Because there's no right or wrong. You're labeling that. This one is negative. This one is positive. This one is good. This one is bad. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no such thing as bad and good. We just inherited that. What's bad for you might make me bliss. You see what I'm saying? You might like to bungee jump, and I might think that's the most horrible thing in the world, but you bliss jumping off cliffs. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. I get it now.
You choose. You choose that. Okay, my brother.
All right, will do. Thanks, Derek.
All right, Dave. Love you. Thanks for calling in.
Love you. Bye.
All right. We have the power to choose. I know in the heat of the storm, though, it's sometimes it's easier said than done. I understand that, but we always have the choice. We always have the last say. We have the power. It's your power. And it always starts off. Peep this. Everything always starts off. If you can catch this and just hold this, it'll make things more vivid and you'll understand more. Everything starts off with a thought. I know that sounds simple, duh, Derek, but really embrace what I'm saying. Everything starts off with a thought. So if you can just catch that thought and state your intent on that thought, that's the answer. Every time it's going to start, it starts off with a thought. unconsciously or subconsciously, how do you feel about this thought? You have to decide one way or another. It's how you feel. You have to choose. You have the power. See, we've gotten so used to people controlling our minds and making these decisions for us that we don't feel like we have power because we're used to, this whole, and a lot of people feel a lot of different ways, but I still, to this day, I feel like this, I don't have this paper money, man. There's a song, I don't want to tell my age. It was called What People Do for Money. What people do for money. What people do for money. That energy of money, I don't know. My final words. What an incredible show. Time is flying. And we're gonna wrap up this show. I appreciate all of the love. I appreciate those of you who sent the visualization and the love to Eli. And you can hear Eli, he just barked, the sirens went off and he was just barking. Final thoughts on how to deal with the fear of the unknown. And I'm gonna piggyback Bubba on this because Bubba, Bubba comes from, I call it a different lane, but when you just sit down and just listen to some of the shit Bubba says, it's simple. Fear what? What's real? What's real, ladies and gentlemen? Somebody tell me what's real. I'm gonna go over to the chat as we winding this down. Somebody tell me what's real. What is real? Thank you for the hearts. I love the hearts. I love the hearts. Love is real. Yourself is real. I'm real. Everything is real. Your perception, love, what you decide. There it is. I am is real. What we believe. Just go over to this beautiful perception. Consciousness is real. Everything you perceive. The source is real. Whatever you decide. Love is real. Okay? That fake money, and I had so many people that really care about me. And I'm going to close on this because I could talk about money all day. What I did in this carnation for money. And in a carnation before this, I was very, 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 very rich. Yes, I was. Right before this incarnation. And I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but this would be a good way to go out. I was very, very rich in my previous life. I know this for a fact. I used to call it dreams, but now I'm understanding on this journey, they're not fucking dreams. Dreams is so watered down. They're parallel universes or parallel timelines. I'll keep it simple. And I would always have these visions of this other person. I can say other person. It was my consciousness, though. It was my consciousness. But it was another person, another timeline, another reality. Searching for words to try to pull this out of my head. And I was very rich, but at the same time, I was very, very selfish in this incarnation. Everything was about me. I didn't help a lot of people in that incarnation. I hoarded things. I didn't share. My God was my money in this incarnation. And I think that's why I get so emotional now, just being able to find the same bliss, that same feeling that I used to get from money. And you guys know what I'm talking about. If you hit the lottery right now, you would get that surge of energy. I won. Right? But that surge of energy only lasts for a certain amount of time. And then you go back to that void, that money. We're going to talk about money a little more on another show. But once I found out how to tap into that same energy, I won the fucking lottery. I won. I can pull that energy up anytime I want now. I can pull that energy up now with a nickel, because it's all energy. I can pull that up with a fly landing on my hand, just walking on my hand. I can pull that energy up from feeding my animals. So the money, just me personally, I'll be glad. And I'm just saying this, and this is just my perspective, because some of you who have not had the chance to have an abundance of money, this might sound selfish, but those of you who have had the chance to have an abundance of money, and you realize that nothing changed when you had this abundance of money, you just had more problems dealing with more money, which is more energy, which is more expectation, which is, it's just more. It requires more money, more energy. You understand? It just magnifies. I tell people this all the time. If you can't balance $500 a month, you can't fuck with 5 million. It is what it is. If you can't balance $500 a month, you can't receive, you can't hold that frequency of $5 million right now in your life. It'll destroy you. It'll destroy you. You see it all the time, lottery winners. But that's how they control us, with money. It's like the rabbit and the carrot. They dangle that money in front of us, and what people do for money, we just lose our mind. We just lose our mind over money. And I'm not judging anybody. Trust me, I was there. What I've done for money, oh, that's a whole nother hour. I can tell y'all some things. Ain't no shame in my game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the like button. Okay, it's so good to have you guys back at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I feel the love today. I feel good. I feel so centered today. Contrary to everything that I went through this week, I feel good. I feel strong. I feel loved. I feel vibrant. Do your part now. Do your part. If you feel led to join hands in this movement, right into the description box up under this video, okay? There's a link. It's a Patreon link. We have all different levels where you could do your part, okay? You guys have been, and it's been more than 10 people that asked me for this. That's why I'm doing it outside of the products that we have on I'mConsciousWhatNowWhat.com. We got t-shirts, we got mugs, we got pillows, we got everything over there. But people say, no. I got all that. How can I really help? Because we're going to build our own application. I'm telling you what we're going to do. I'm speaking it right now. We're going to have our own social media app where it'll be on your phone, where you can log in on your phone and meet everybody that you meet in the chat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. You'll have your own pictures, your own photos, your own videos. We'll be broadcasting live from that application. We're going to do this, but we need everybody's support. $1 right now. We got 30 people on here live. You'll see this video have hundreds of views. The channel has thousands of views. If you feel led, join us, lock arms with us, do your part. And I'm going to see you guys same time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same place. I love you. I feel your love. And I'll see you guys Sunday.
I'm conscious.
Now what?
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. Hold it. What you talking about, doctor?
Peace.